There's nothing you could have done.
I know. I just wished we'd gotten there sooner. I hate to deliver such horrible news. Still, it seems Sahan has a plan. You should speak to him.
You did well today. Your Grandu may not have joined us, but neither will his corpse become a tool of Latvalan. A small victory, but a victory nonetheless. Did you discover anything else? An army of dragons with the means to amplify their power? That doesn't bode well. I do not like that we're going into this fight blind. There's too much we don't know about Latvalan and this cult of his. We need more information. I do. But first, I have something for you. I found it in the Sanctum's treasury. But let's keep this between us. A certain smuggling crew knew we had a treasury. They'd empty it faster than Zaji can drain a bottle of plum brandy. If we can't outmatch our enemies, we must outwit them. I want you to infiltrate the cult. Learn where their base of operations is located, how large a force they command, and most importantly, what they plan to do next. Aelia believes the cult is recruiting in Senchal. I want you to find a recruiter and join their ranks. As a member of the cult, you'll be privy to a great deal of information. But first, you'll want to speak with General Renmus. If there's cult activity in the city, Renmus should know something about it. I want you to see if he has any leads you can follow. Haley has agreed to get you into the palace. No need to schedule another appointment. When you've learned all you can about the Dragon Cult, return to the Sanctum and report your findings. Training our new Dragon Guard. The Pounce's crew may be the best smugglers in Elsweyr, but that doesn't make them dragon hunters. Luckily, I was able to outfit them with weapons and armor from the Sanctum stores. They don't have a choice. Their homeland has been invaded and they want to protect it. I'll do my best to help them, but there's only so much we can accomplish with the limited time we have. There's always hope, my friend. Even in the darkest night, a candle can shine. This is the time to stand against this rage of dragons. Victory isn't certain, but what in life ever is? We have to believe we have a chance, or all is lost. A wise request. Our enemy is Latvalan, the dragon of great power and greater evil. He seeks to destroy Tamriel, but we do not know yet how he plans to do so. We do know that he leads a large cult and has several dragons working with him. They worship Latvalan and seek to help him destroy our ally, Nafalar. One of the cult's prominent members, the necromancer Rakajin, has demonstrated how they use a strange green stone to amplify magic. You saw its power, not I. Did it not allow the necromancer to raise your Grandu from the dead to attack you? Regardless, you must infiltrate the cult and learn more. Find out what they're up to, why they follow Latvalan.
I doubt my father can point us directly to a recruiter, but he will know if the cult has been active in the city. Anything he can tell us will help. I'll meet you in Senchal in front of the palace, after I take a moment to compose myself. Honestly, not great. My first mission as a Dragon Guard went terribly wrong. The more we learn about Latvalan, the less confident I become. If he decides to attack Senchal, I don't think there's anything my father can do. I suppose. But Senchal has been my home for 5 years. It means more to me than the Empire ever did. I can't bear the thought that it might be destroyed. I remember when I first met Zaji. He asked me who I was, but immediately stopped me. I started to tell him about my parents. He shook his head and said, "That's who they are. Who are you?" So I told him everything. How playing the flute reminded me of my mother, how father would never respect me if I didn't follow in his footsteps. for me it was. That was the moment I understood that I was more than the sum of my parts. I didn't have to be one thing. In Senchal, I could aspire to be more than my parents' legacy. That's why the city means so much to me. I'll meet you outside the palace after I wash the stink of dead dragon out of my armor.
The stink. You get used to it.
Ugh.
My hands are tied. We don't have the resources to investigate your daughter's disappearance.
This one understands. Thank you for your time, General.
Pardon the interruption. Do you have a moment, Father?
A moment? Yes, but only that. Here for another ship. Last I heard, the Perfect Pounce was still in condition enough to sail. Or perhaps you find her crew lacking. The Order of the New Moon. Yes, I know of them. They've been recruiting in Senchal for some time, preying on skooma addicts and vagrants. A repugnant practice. You believe this order is a dragon cult? As if dragons weren't troublesome enough. As you heard, the Shield's resources are stretched thin. Senchal is one disaster away from a full-blown riot, and I need my soldiers on the streets. I can't spare any to deal with this matter. You want to investigate? By all means. Buzinda, the Khajiit who was just in my office, believes the Order of the New Moon recruited her daughter, Lahini. Find Lahini, and you should find the cult. Speak to Buzinda and see what she can tell you. I'd consider it a personal favor if you find Lahini and return her to her family. I wish I had the resources to do more. Kaza, 29. Silver hair, green eyes, scar under right eye. Missing 31 days. Abazita, 43. Orange hair, yellow eyes, wears flower pendant necklace. Missing 14 days. Lahini, 21. The list goes on and on. 32 by last count, and those are just the ones that have been reported. A lot of them have left the city, what with the dragons and all. The rest? I don't have the resources to conduct investigations and defend Senchal. Indeed. Perhaps I'm a fool to keep turning you away like this. The more I hear about the forces we're up against, the more I realize that this threat extends far beyond our city walls. Yet my duty must first be to Senchal, no matter the cost. Not a specific event, but a simmering pot eventually boils over. As long as refugees continue to pour into Senchal, turmoil will continue to brew. It doesn't help that my city envoy has abandoned me. My daughter, Aelia. She has a good head for diplomacy. Her understanding of both Imperial and Khajiiti culture has been a great help to my legion over the years. Then you showed up, and she deserted me. And I respect her right to do so. She chose to fight this dragon invasion directly, and I'm proud of her. But that doesn't mean I'm not worried, or that I regret losing one of the few resources I still had.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much done.
Poor Buzinda. I can't imagine how upset she must be right now. If we do infiltrate the cult, we should find Lahini and convince her to leave. Or force her to, if she won't listen to reason.
Please, Lucinda would like to be left to her grief. If you'll excuse her. You have? Oh, thank you, thank you! You'll need details, yes? Lahini has black fur and blue eyes. A skinny thing, so frail. She was very sickly as a Jakajit and never quite recovered. Lahini spoke of them. She said, I am but a burden to you. With them I can be useful. Lucinda begged her not to go, but Lahini left the very next morning. Kazan may no more. He is a ruffian, but Lahini loves him. She would have at least told him goodbye. But he refuses to speak to Lucinda. All he does is sit in a tavern, drinking his days away. If you find Lahini, please convince her to come home. We're all worried about her. Only rumors. This one hears they prey on the desperate, the hungry. The cult promises warm beds and hot meals. For many, that is all it takes. But this one thinks that Lahini joined them for a sense of purpose. She considered herself a burden. Lahini was weak, sickly. We love her anyway, but she felt she could be useful to this Order of the New Moon. Useful how, this one wonders. She could be hurt. She could be... Please, you have to find her, before it's too late.
I don't like the sound of any of this. The more the dragons destroy, the more desperate people become. And then the cult swoops in, promising protection and purpose. It's a never-ending cycle. You're right, you're right. I just hate seeing Senchal suffer like this. Kazan seems like our best lead so far. Lucinda said that he likes to drink at the tavern, right? We should head there next.
What do you want?
He swarms our joyful lands, a heart that shines through the dark, wrapped in the threads of time. A demon rises from the east, followed by...
Elia, Walker, come join us. We were just about to order another round.
I should have known we'd find him here. Zaji and Casca seem to be enjoying themselves. Well, we're not here to scold anyone. We should talk to Kazan and see if he knows where we can find Lahini.
Walker, tell Elia to relax a little, yes? This one completed his last mission perfectly. He deserves a pint or two. Zaji heard about Yagrandu's death. Tough break, yes? Supply run. Sai sent us to Senchal for food, bedding, you know the deal. So Zaji thought, what does a dragon guard really need? Some libations? And what sort of fool purchases a barrel without first tasting a pint? Right then. Sure. Zaji just needs a quick nap. 3 or 4 hours and he'll be ready for action. Of course! Takes a few barrels to get Casca tipsy, on account of her being very large, you understand. Zaji will heroically get these supplies back to the sanctum after one more round.
Next time you head to Black Heights, don't take Zaji. Whenever he sees his mother, he whines about it for days. Luckily, drinks put him in a better mood. Let's just hope it lasts.
Hey, Walker! You see my drink? Oh, wait.
Did we set sail? If not, this one might need to slow down.
He'll steal 1,000 jewels. He'll even play the fool. Say you love him. Say you love him. Hey, Walker, can't you see I'm busy? That mangy harlot? Never heard of her. Look, I'm not in the mood to talk about Lahini, so why don't you shove off? Fine. She may have broken my heart, but I don't want her to get hurt. Lahini came here with some muskars in dark robes. She begged me to join something called the Order of the New Moon. I turned her down, and they both walked out. Me and my chums tried to follow, but we lost them in the dark. And I'll admit, I was a bit drunk. Hard to track someone with a few pints in your gut. Ranza, though, he handles his drinks well. He might know where they went. Ranza! You followed that black-robed Zish to a house, didn't you?
Of course. Followed him right to the harbor.
Lies! You can't even follow your own doof feet.
Come to. Here, Ranza will show you. Look. I'll just draw you a quick map. And there we go. Perfect.
That's terrible.
Well, what are you waiting for? The map is all yours.
That's the worst map I ever saw. Good luck finding anything with that scribble.
Need some help, Walker? I'll join you on this hunt.
That map will lead you right to the robed walker. It's a fine map. You're welcome. Now, where in oblivion is Ranza's drink?
It's no surprise Lahini ran off with someone else. Hard enough to share a drink with Kazan, much less a bed.
Hey, if you find Lahini, tell her to come back, all right? I may be mad, but I don't want to see her get hurt.
Happy hunting! Zaji will see you back at the sanctum.
While I question the accuracy of this map, it's the only lead we have. We may as well follow it.
You're on the hunt, yes? I'll join you. You lead the way. I won't waste my time trying to decipher that mess of a map.
You hear about the new moon business? Shernama's in the attic.
Their trail ends here. Walker, you up there?
Not so loud, Casca. What if the recruiter is still here?
Don't worry, little one. I'll protect you from the big, bad cultist.
I'm not scared. I'm just trying to be cautious. One of us has to be reasonable here.
Find anything? I know the place. You reach it through the Outlaws' refuge beneath the city, but they don't let just anyone into the Black Kirgo. If you want to find this recruiter, you'll need my help. It's a fighting ring. I was the reigning champion for 6 years running. I can get you inside, no problem. Go on ahead. I'll meet you there.
Then let's get going.
Not you, little one. The Black Kirgo is no place for the General's daughter.
Oh, right. I'll head back to the sanctum with Zaji. As the daughter of General Renmus, it's a little difficult for me to keep a low profile in a place like Black Kirgo. You should go with Casca. Zaji and I will head back to the sanctum.
This cult recruiter expects you to prove yourself, and that won't be easy in the Black Kirgo. Fighters from all over Tamriel come to test their skills in that arena. Not that any of them were ever a match for me. It was once a city district, home to skooma dens and cutthroats, burned down when the Nahatan flu hit Senchal. Of course, places like the Black Kirgo don't just go away. Yes, a place for bored nobles to get their blood pumping and tough warriors to earn some gold. I wasted 6 years of my life there, chasing the thrill of battle and the honor of victory. It was brutal, but by the moons did it make me feel alive. Zaji. He sought the best fighter in Senchal for his crew. That was me. At first, I didn't even hear him out. I had gold, fame, a legacy to uphold, but eventually I realized Zaji was offering me something greater than all of that. A home. Listen to me, Predalon. Let's get going.
Casca the Unconquered, in the fur. This one knew you would return one day.
I am not here to fight. We seek entrance, nothing more.
We? Ah, you brought a friend. Come, friend of Casca. Introduce yourself.
Domazir is as stubborn as he is smug. You talk to him.
Why do you wish to enter the Black Kirgo, friend of Casca? Are you looking for a fight? Ah, so that's your angle. There may be such an individual present, yes, but the arena is awfully full. He doesn't know if he can squeeze you onto the docket. Well, this one would certainly make room for Casca the Unconquered. There are many who wish to see her fight again. Convince Casca to fight, and you can both enter. A good deal, no?
This is a bad idea. Soon as I step into that arena, every fighter will be on me like stink on a Nix ox. They all want a shot at Casca the Unconquered. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Fine, I'll fight. Stick close and try not to die, yes? I don't want to have to drag your corpse back to the sanctum and explain what happened to Big Beard. All right, you muskars. I'll fight.
This one had a feeling you would come around.
Sailors and sweetmeats, beggars and thieves, welcome to the Black Kirgo Arena!
Let's do this.
First to the arena and ready to kill. It's the Red Rooks
You call
of
this
Lambra!
Too long.
Impressive! But let us see how you fare against the vicious Iron Horse!
A decent fight.
We're not done yet! Next up is some local favorites, the Ruddy Fangs of Elsweyr! See how you bleed! for the last round, our arena champions, Tomazir the Deadly and the roguish Jirendar!
Finally, a decent fight.
Defeat Koska the Unstoppable. So Nazir has waiting.
And so our match is completed! Come, champions! Meet with Shirnama and learn your destiny!
We have the recruiter's attention. I'll leave it to you to seal the deal.
Strength, skill, and ferocity. The proof of your prowess coats the arena's walls, hot and red. But there are more dangers than the foes in this arena. Even with all your might, you stand no chance against the dragons of Elsweyr. There's no need to fight the noble dragons who wish to rule over us. Swear your loyalty to them, and no harm will befall you. Join the Order of the New Moon, and your survival is guaranteed. Excellent! Excellent! But first, you must prove yourself worthy. Travel to Tenmar Forest and enter our fortress. I marked the location on your map. And take this pendant. It will identify you as a new recruit to our cause.
Are we in? Good. We get in, we find out what we can, and then we get out. And if we're lucky, we find Lahini along the way.
When we fight, try not to bleed too much. This one can never get this stuff out of his fur. What's the difference between a fighter and a gambler? The amount of gold in his pockets.